Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the review show for Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK first and second episodes this week for the week of December 3rd, 2018. I'm Patrick Young. This guy to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Up first, Ronda and Natalya beat Tamina and Nia by DQ.
I actually didn't think the match even started, did it?
Oh, that's a time limit.
Oh. Okay, well...
If it did, it was, they put Nia for a table.
Yes.
Riot Squad.
Essentially, it was...
I wonder if they were waiting on...
I got kind of excited, like, oh wow, they're starting with a match. That's new. Maybe they're actually changed things. However, it was pretty much... It ended up being a promo with pretty much a beatdown on Natty and Ronda. So, way to stay outside the box, WWE, but right up against it.
Yeah, it was supposed to get heat on the big girl and the Riot Squad. I assumed it was set up a tables match for TLC with a 6-woman tag with Natalya and 2 other ladies.
Yeah.
I guess Bayley and Sasha because they weren't doing off what I said, which is it's just a 1-on-1 tables match. But that could change this week. The segment wasn't particularly good, but at least it had
it was a better opening.
At least it had purpose.
It was a better start than the one last week. So
up next was a moment of bliss. No, not one of those segments. Just a moment of bliss for them with Bayley and Sasha for the second week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's almost the same exact thing as last week. Minus this time, Alexa stopped the beatdown and said, "Hey, it's a match now."
It was for us the same BS as the week before.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good either time.
No.
Well, the best part was that everybody just apparently lost their place. Because then we had to follow Charlie walking around the ring. So Corey could say, "When did Charlie Caruso become a Jedi?"
Yep.
To break the awkwardness, we just followed Charlie around the ring.
Yes.
I wonder what the 3 in the ring were doing. Were they just like standing there with their mics? Up next, Sasha and Bayley beat Mickey and Alicia.
To me, it was the normal woman's tag. Pretty much to get Sasha and Bayley in victory after weeks minus Survivor Series.
It was okay, but it's like most of the world these days. More the same. The women's rosters need to shake up.
Yeah. That one in particular.
Up next, the Lucha House Party defeated Scott Dawson.
Yeah, way to put over your top heels. Keep on putting them in handicap matches. I could see Vince laughing at this, like, they don't get it. Lucha House Party rules. All 3 will fight them.
You don't think this week is them?
Fuck the revival.
You don't think this week is them versus Dash?
Oh, it'll probably be, yeah. So, hopefully, for the revival, their contracts are up soon so they can go join All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, again, all this makes any sense. All the revival want is a proper tag team match.
And for some reason, they're the heels.
I know Luchas have special and unexplained rules that Renee keeps on saying makes sense, but she won't tell us what they are either. And
in between when she says she doesn't know what's going through her husband's head.
Or she doesn't know Dean Ambrose.
Or it's personal or some crap like that.
God forbid we have the Luchas versus the Revival in a proper 10-minute tag. That might be good.
Yeah.
Up next was Drew McIntyre Appreciation Night.
Yeah, and probably the best part of Raw. Drew McIntyre cut a pretty good promo. Unfortunately, it was muddled with Baron Corbin there. And also, along with a pretty rushed Dolph face turn against Drew McIntyre. That came out of left field where they're trying to build up to a match with Drew and Finn.
Which has literally no build.
Yeah, which has no build. Instead of the bigger story of Dolph and Drew, because they were a tag team that won the tag team championships. And now Drew is trying to blast past him. So, unfortunately, you're going to get pretty much a nice salami over the plate, and for a baseball term.
So where Raw,
I think I said wrong, but I'll stick with it.
So where Raw has a good story to build upon, they choose to rush it in favor of the feud that has Drew beating down Finn every week.
Yeah,
as the storyline. It was nice to see Drew get some time to talk, and he did well.
Yeah.
But not only did they rush the breakup,
they rushed the match.
Up next, Dolph Ziggler defeated Drew McIntyre.
Best match on Raw. It was pretty much the only one I cared about.
Right.
However, it's pretty rushed. And Dolph actually won the roll-up, didn't he?
No, super kick.
Super kick, that's right. He was distracted by Finn now.
Yeah, Finn dropkicked him into the barricade.
Yeah. So Drew actually picks up the win, which he may actually need.
That was Dolph that won.
Or Dolph picks up the win, which he may actually need. I meant to say Dolph. And yeah, best match on Raw by far. They could probably have a better outing together with some time, but literally this Raw is... there's no adjectives for it.
They made a big deal because this is Drew's first pinfall loss since being back up on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel about him losing to Dolph, though, who's apparently not doing nothing in the pay-per-view. Before the pay-per-view, at least, but... Okay.
You can fix it, and unfortunately, if the rumors are true, you can fix it. Finn's hurt and just have Drew and Dolph together.
Right, yeah.
You can fix it that way, but yeah, I'm not really liking WWE's planning heading into their pay-per-views.
Kudos to Roll, though, for one part of the segment. The faces did not get owned.
Yeah.
My fault. Finn got attacked later. Like, Dolph did not get owned in his first slice of face.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. One face still tall. One face seen the attack coming.
Yeah.
Finn and Elias took out Leo Rush. Okay.
Okay.
Up next, AOP and Drake Maverick defeat Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Okay. At least some IP this time.
Yeah.
That's a certain highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more overbooked heel authority. It seems like there's like a heel authority crap in every heel segment. Even though when the heel authority's not even around, it's still...
The authority's not even around, and we're still getting heel authority crap.
You'll happily take them, right?
Exactly. At least I know Triple H and Stephanie can actually cut a good promo. At least I know Triple H will eventually get his comeuppance.
And for some reason, tonight on Raw, on December 10th Raw, Seth is addressing the state of Raw. He might be King GM over the weekend. We don't know. Great, another authority figure. We don't know how he plays into that storyline. Just to clarify, that has nothing to do with it, but okay. AOP's title run continues to be a complete joke too, so that's good.
Yeah.
Up next, the Gates Company arrives to cut a promo. Bane
from The Dark Knight Rises decided to cut a promo in the middle of the ring. However, instead of Tom Hardy this time, he's played by Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose comes out in a jacket that looks suspiciously like Bane from Batman. And a gas mask, so he pretty much straight up looked like he was out of the movie. We're digging make these reviews 10 minutes at least for Raw, just to clarify. Yeah. On the Raw side of things. Which is extraordinarily odd because Dean... It puts Dean in a weird position where Dean didn't necessarily had to cosplay or be inspired by anything else. That's probably not what they were going with, but it's exactly what he looked like. However, I think the premise came around a little bit by the end of Dean talking, and pretty much Seth interrupts and they fight through the crowd, and Dean gets the advantage and Dirty Deeds him on the floor, on the cement floor. Yeah, once we got past the wacky Dean stuff, and then it was a good segment. And then Renee revealed that they are invading her and her husband's privacy. WWE, You either go full effect with it and turn Renee heel along with Dean.
She's becoming extra annoying.
Or you don't mention the marriage whatsoever. You can have Corey snide, like, oh yeah, I wonder who would marry that. You can have that stuff, but literally you don't have to actually come out and say Renee is married to Dean. Because that just... Yeah, you can on the side like, oh yeah, she is married to Dean Ambrose. If you're not watching the show. But yeah, don't mention it.
Up next, Heath Slater defeated Rhino in Rhino's retirement match in a minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, I guess it's a way to get Rhino off TV, and apparently as Heath Slater as a referee. So that could actually be interesting, that. But right now it's Rhino's walking to the sunset. Thank you, Rhino. I wish we saw more of you over the last year, because odds are Raw probably could have needed you. But I get why you're gone, so.
Yeah, thank you there. I love that they went with a big angle to sell the 75-second match. But as I read all day, last week, Rhino does have a marina in somewhere in Michigan.
Oh.
That he's named Big Daddy's Boatyard. So there you go.
And also, it's probably the best Baron Corbin has done in his entire run as Raw interim general manager.
Now, in a match that we haven't seen in a few weeks is Philly. Finn Balor defeated Jinder Mahal. It
was a Jinder Mahal squash match. Where you literally squashed Jinder Mahal. Finn didn't.
It was okay. The right guy won. The babyface stood tall. It was an Ollie good night for Finn up until the next segment where he got attacked backstage.
Yeah.
We got a Lars Vader package in the main event. Ronda and Ember defeated Tamina and Nia.
Well, it's nice Ember actually gets a win. The match itself was fine, but pretty much it was used to get Ronda and Ember, pretty much your top two faces right now on the woman's side, a win. It gives Ronda an up before the go-home Raw, and Ember something, I guess.
To me, Ronda and Ember look good. Nia, and particularly Tamina, were very bad now.
I don't know. I actually had to watch the match on YouTube because I decided to take a bathroom break.
Tamina hurt.
That's a true story, by the way.
Nia wasn't the worst wrestler in the match. Good job, Nia. SmackDown kicked off with the Women's TLC contract sign.
Again, I said it before, I'll say it again.
Oh, and Paige here.
Paige is probably the smartest GM. Because whenever these contract signings actually happen on SmackDown, there's a lot of them too recently.
Yeah.
You probably could start cutting down on them, but that's a different discussion for a different day, because this one was pretty entertaining. But they rarely, if ever, actually end in a brawl on SmackDown. Even beforehand, Paige had Nakamura and AJ surrounded by security backstage, so they wouldn't actually have a brawl.
Yeah.
So they're booking Paige as the smartest GM of all time. I'm not sure if they're doing that intentionally on SmackDown. But I guess it's nice not to have a heel authority figure.
Yeah.
And that, by definition, I hope Shane doesn't turn heel.
Yeah, the segment was pretty good with Becky delivering as usual. Charlotte, to me, come off as a hateful bitch. And Asuka yell angrily in Japanese. Always works, so.
I think they did a good job of incorporating all three, where one didn't necessarily feel just as an add-on compared to the other ones.
And then Becky was done with the dopes. She just walked out. Yeah, the only thing I'm a little confused by is the on-again, off-again relationship between Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah.
Which then led to Mandy and Sonya defeating Charlotte and Asuka.
a pretty good match, I thought. I thought Mandy held her own very well against Asuka and Charlotte, and I thought Sonya's actually been looking pretty bright recently. And also they gave Sonya the
winner of Charlotte.
Yeah, the winner over Charlotte. So they probably have big plans for her in the near future.
Yeah,
I would say. And the overall package of the match, I thought was very good.
Yeah, it was a solid match, and thankfully Charlotte and Asuka did not get along. So,
and you know what? On SmackDown, that's becoming a trend.
And they didn't
the team that are at odds with each other doesn't meet the team that has actually had chemistry for a while.
Right, and they didn't overcome them, and they lost.
Yeah.
And while not always ideal having your contenders lose before pay-per-view, in this case it works because they didn't get along and Becky looked pleased, so anytime Becky's happy, I'm happy. Next, Jey Uso defeated Cesaro and Xavier Woods in a triple threat match.
I thought this was a pretty good match. A fun way to get to the triple threat tag match at TLC.
Yeah, it was good and fun with the three guys who, all six guys should know each other by now.
Yeah.
The one match they don't decide to give it TLC or Ladder Stipulation to. Impressive.
I know.
What?
I actually agree with you there.
Yeah. Next was Miz TV with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I thought it was a very good segment with Miz TV. We pretty much got an introduction to Bryan's new heel character, where he's pretty much the
himself.
Yeah, he's pretty much the environmentalist Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
The environmentalist vegan Daniel Bryan turned up to a 12.
Think about it like this. Everybody said a Trump-like character would be a great heel in WWE nowadays. Is actually the Trump hater. It's a great heel character.
Yeah.
The Trump kind of hater.
Well, Raw decides to rag on millennials.
Right. So Bryan, we'll use that.
SmackDown's going to go the other way.
And use this to our advantage.
Yeah, Raw rags on soy boys. SmackDown.
Ronda, you are one, just to let you know.
Rags on gas guzzlers. So.
Ronda, you are one, just to let you know.
I thought it was very interesting to see Bryan in a different character than I have seen. I didn't really watch any of his Ring of Honor stuff, and I don't think it was actually to this extent that character, from what I've heard, and stuff like that. So it's actually interesting to see where Bryan's going with it. But I guess thinking about it now, he kind of did need a little something. His return. I like having him back, but it was kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's good to have him back, but he just hasn't been connecting as well with the crowd. So I think this is actually something pretty interesting, substantially he can sink his teeth into.
Yeah.
This promo will also set up the main event of the night as well, and Miz and AJ.
Yeah. I thought it was really great stuff with Bryan being locked in with his new heel character. Because we all want to punch out the douchebag environmentalist people, so
yeah,
and that pretty much is going to guarantee that people hate him.
Yeah.
So and they were behind Miz. If they're playing Miz face turn, that might have been playing. Those seasons might have been playing a little bit there too.
Yeah.
And I did love the fact that they made sure to point out that the Miz was right about Bryan the whole time. So even make Miz more of a face. He was right.
And Miz, they're slowly but surely turning him face.
Yeah.
And it should be interesting to see where they stick his new character in.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a new character, not just Mike Mizanin as the Miz.
That was last time. Yeah. Up next, Randy Orton defeated Jeff Hardy, then Samoa Joe gave us very insightful PSA.
I thought Jeff and Orton did good. Probably a little bit on the lines of forgettable to me. Compared to their match this year where they've literally almost ripped Jeff Hardy's earlobe off.
Yeah.
But I really did like Samoa Joe's distraction in the match, where he was at a bar, bartending essentially. And then after he officially caused Jeff the match, he decided to do a PSA.
Yeah.
Joe just being a dick is great television to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the match is pretty good. They're at the point like Orton wasn't crushing you're always going to get like a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Because Orton knows them well. But it worked for the afterward stuff and Joe's spectacular asshole. I think I say weekly, so.
Yeah.
This week come up the Barbell Usos and Rap Battle and Charlotte versus Asuka. Raw has a Q&A segment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if it's not broke, if it's broke, keep on doing it. One of these days it'll be right.
Yes.
And the main event, AJ Styles defeated this.
I'm not completely sure yet, but I think it's on a match that I'm thinking of another one, and it may be match of the week for me. I thought
this was it, but now you just reminded me of the other match that I think I'm thinking of.
Okay.
This was our match of the week at one point.
Yeah.
Now you make me think of the other match. Because I thought for sure this was the match of the week. Now you make me think of the other match.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. No, it wasn't the match from Raw.
But with that being said, I thought AJ and Miz, they actually had very good chemistry together.
Yeah.
Ever since AJ came in, I think he had like Miz's first good match on his current run. I remember he had a good match with AJ on SmackDown when he was feuding with Jericho.
Yeah, when Miz lost his tooth.
Yeah, and I remember that being a really good match for Miz. And it's nice to see that trend continuing, that AJ is a very good opponent for Miz. And pretty much I thought they did very well to cap off the show.
Yeah, it was a very good match. The past said they have very good chemistry together. Point out the angle earlier too where Brian and Miz accidentally work together. And the post-match angle is great too, afterwards.
Yeah.
NXT UK episode 1 kicked off with Fabian Eichner defeating Mark Andrews.
This was the other match for me too.
Yeah.
I actually may go with this one because the crowd seemed a little bit more impressed with this match, I guess. But that doesn't take away anything from AJ and Miz. I thought this one was a pretty good back and forth.
Episode 13, I thought, not episode 1. Episode 13 NXT UK.
Episode 1 of the week.
Yeah.
Episode 13 on Raw.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good match I was show with. And I like how Eichner went from babyface. I was happy to face the talent to do anything to win.
Yeah.
Up next, Isla Dawn beat Nina Samuels.
Still not overall impressed with Nina Samuels, and I understand why they use her for pretty much Candace's father.
Yeah.
Isla Dawn's pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, from an execution standpoint, it was okay, but it seems like it was just a kind of flat.
Yeah.
Isla seems to be the first opponent, though. Most likely for sale for every. Up next, Eddie Dennis defeated Tucker and squash.
Yeah, that's been my description of it. It was a squash match. Eddie Dennis looked pretty good, though.
Yeah, he's interesting. I'm just curious to see what he can do against real competition.
Yeah.
And the main event, Jordan Devlin defeated Flash Morgan Webster.
I thought this was a pretty good match, too. To me, I think if they reached the second gear a little earlier, I thought this one could have actually been in the running for match of the week as well.
Yeah, as for what I was going to say, it was a good match. Just hit that higher gear for me. Devlin's been, though, seems to be, besides British Strong Style, and, damn it, they got a stable name this week, too. I can't think of it.
Gallus, or Gallus.
Gallus and, Travis Banks. Jordan Devlin seems to be, and, the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yeah.
Jordan Devlin seems to be the new it person, not in a stable. The next big one.
Yeah.
Episode 14 of NXT UK kicked off with Joseph Connors defeating Dan Maloney.
Yeah, it was pretty much a squash for, you just said his name, Connors, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I actually would like to see what he would do against competition, because he does seem like he's good at what he does. He's a very strong hitter, and I would like to see someone go toe-to-toe with him in that aspect.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I find him a little boring on the character, and he's a character. tough British guy don't work when I think that when every heel has that gimmick.
He kind of reminds me of Drew in his first run.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
He kind of even, I guess, same look if you look at him from a distance.
Yeah, I can see that. Both guys are kind of bland bordering, so I would say this is a poor job putting them together.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Up next, Dave Mastiff defeated Wild Boar.
Yeah, pretty much a Mastiff enhancement match. Looks pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, it was okay, but I do love that Dave Mastiff just killing fools. Up next, Ligero defeated Tyson T-Bone in my match of the show.
Yeah, it was my match of the show as well, too. Like I said last week, Ligero looks like he works pretty hard. Yeah, I thought this was match of the week on the show. Interesting dynamic between the two, and pretty good back and forth.
They need better heels, I will admit this.
Yeah.
Monster get behind Dallas and Grizzly Young Veterans. And Jordan Devlin is, all the heels seem to have the same gimmick.
Yeah.
They're tough bruisers. Oh, well, no, A. Dennis has an interesting gimmick. Being a former headmaster. His gimmick is more like, he just needs better competition.
Yeah.
To see what he can do. He has an interesting gimmick. But behind him, the rest of the heels just seem like they're bruisers. Yeah, but it was a bit better than the previous matches on the show. The finish was kind of flat, too. Now, the women's side do like all their characters from on the women's. Up next, Rhea Ripley defeated Candy Floss. A lot of the women actually kind of look like Candy.
If you're American, pretty much Candy Floss is cotton candy. However, it's pretty much more like the blue pants on NXT UK.
She was hot, though.
Yeah. She was also 18.
Yeah. Well, oh shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They said it on the episode.
She's practically my baby.
Yeah, it's pretty much Rhea Ripley destroying Candy Floss.
Well, she had to put in a little bit more effort than anticipated at one point. Candy started getting in some offense because Rhea was kind of confident because her big deal was she was playing out. She already picked her first challenger for the title. Who had to be Candy Floss, even though Island Born won it.
Yeah.
And the main event that never really got started. Travis Banks defeated Wolfgang.
Yeah, pretty much never really did get started.
I will say this, 5 matches is a little too many matches for this show.
Yeah. Actually, I'll go into a rant off that. I do. With this being said, I do think NXT UK is a very good show. However, I think they jam a lot into it.
It seems like they were trying to introduce everybody at once.
Yeah.
Because once they catch up to the tapings, or by the time they get to the takeover Blackpool, people will know the main players.
Yeah.
But they don't need to jam everybody in every episode.
It's almost like watching Game of Thrones. Like you can sort of pick up on the main characters pretty quickly. However, there's like side characters and side plots that you don't necessarily know their names. You're like, oh yeah, that guy. Or that other guy who killed that other guy, or that guy who slept with that other guy's sister's brother. Because
I can say in the first 14 episodes, I think I've seen everybody that's on the current roster already.
Yeah.
I think.
I also do get the idea of enhancement matches, but it also seems like you're kind of having a little too many of them on one show at a time. It's more like a creative, constructive criticism, but it's what I've noticed after 14 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, the match was okay, but it was below average for the people in it. At least, like most of the matches on the show, at least it enhanced the story that was attached to it. Next we are NXT and 205 Live reviews.
See you then.